How many times have you stood on the other side of one of these as the person with the big black cape underneath him? Excuse me, I remember that.
This building is brand new. It's less than 1 year old. Okay, it is again, little towns in Canada really depend a lot on volunteers, and it is the volunteers who really help to build the location. Smith Falls is a town of around 10,000 people. In China, it is less than 1 block. And yet you see a lot of facilities here. They are there not because of government. They are there because of people who feel passionate to get involved and to contribute. So these are some of the fruits you see. This festival here is all built and contributed by volunteers. Nobody gets paid. Go out, get money, and make things happen to showcase what we have and bring some of the other people around us to share the culture and get the benefit. Today is an example. I'm so pleased that you're here, because what you're going to be experiencing for the next closely to an hour, you're going to learn something about traditional Chinese painting and how, when you transplant a Chinese soul rooted in traditional Chinese painting, nurtured in culture, and really embedded with innovations and so on. You take that person to the West. You take that person when she is around 30, out of the country, to Japan, to Europe, in fact to over 30 countries, and talk art. And find that actually the creation now has evolved to abstract art. That we now talk about colors. We now talk about the sort of thought that goes behind it when those vivid images are carved out in paint. What are the thought processes? And we have a chance to find out. We have here a number of different varieties of styles. And it is my pleasure to introduce Madame Fu Han, who is an artist, a film director, a movie director, TV director, who is heading the Waterfront Chinese Cultural Council in terms of all the art activities they created, choral groups, dancing groups, and perform all over in Ottawa whenever there are important people coming. Okay, so it is very nice to welcome Wu Kat. And
my teacher, she translates some information.
yeah.
Okay, sure. So, Wu Han is that,
Here's the job to Councillor Don Quinn.
Lovely to have you here in our town today. As you can see, we ordered the sunshine. So it's going to be a fabulous day. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming to town. And while you're here, certainly enjoy the festival, but enjoy the town also. We have a lot to offer and certainly welcome you. Thank you so very, very much. But before I get on my way, I have a count in for everyone.
thank you so much.
So my suggestion.
Yeah, my name is Han。我呢是从from Ottawa，我是从我们的有一个渥太华有一个画廊，另外有一个艺术学院。然后呢，我们学院包括呢是有各种美术班，有各种绘画班，然后我们有一个辅助是艺术团。这艺术团呢有跳舞的、唱歌的，还有乐队。今天我们到这来有演出。我旁边这位女士呢，她是我们渥太华一个著名的主持人，大地的活动都她主持，所以今天呢就有请她来帮我做一个translate的翻译。好，谢谢大家。
Good morning, everybody. I'm just here to help Miss Hu Han. She's very famous in Ottawa. So she's very famous artist there. Back in Ottawa, she has her own gallery and has listed all the Chinese traditional painting and plus some other famous artist painting. And she also the owner of college. So in the college, we do have our own dancing group, our performance group. We have our painting, writing course, so it's facing to everybody. So we do have a lot of activities back in Ottawa to introduce the Chinese culture and let other people know Chinese culture more. So today it's my honor to come over with her together. She's the helper a little bit and also do the translate. And for myself, I'm also a big fan of her and also her doctors over there. So later on you will see them too. I'm just a help today.
天的天气很好，很美。我非常有幸呢，感谢 Peter 能给我们到这儿来，因为不然的话，我们没有这么好的机会到这儿来参观，这块实在太漂亮了。另外呢，我们今天能有幸呢，把我们的画廊的画呢，不同 style， 每个 style 有一张代表介绍给大家，有 Chinese 的，有中国画。有油画，总之呢有中国文化，有加拿大文化，所以呢，我们一会儿呢，可能我女儿要挨个介绍一下。我先说一下我那个画的创作情况。好了，谢谢大家。
So today it is a beautiful weather, so we're really happy and we feel be honored to invited come to this town. It is a beautiful town, to be honest, my first time come over. Meet a lot of nice people and it is great activities. So today we came over with a lot of our famous painting, have traditional painting, have traditional writing, and also have kind of mix West painting and Chinese painting together. So later on, like we're going to introduce more details for all of them to everybody.
我的创作呢，主要就是那个抽象画画。那这画里面呢，有很大的画，因为今天太远没法拿出去小品。这画里多半都是花仙，有100个仙女呢，从天上来到人间，因为这是中国古代有一个故事纪念的。所以说呢，就是把这个美好的东西带到人间来，大概的创作就是这个意思。画整个抽象画派。
So actually, this book everybody can find on that table later on. It is all her painting. So her painting ideas come from our Chinese traditional tale. So a lot of lady tale come from the sky, come to our human world to bring good luck and good wishes. So her painting size is always huge. So today it is not possible to bring in. So we just bring in some small paintings here to show everybody and also the book. So if anybody have any interest, can ask her later.
我们的顾客在那边，大家如果如果要是感兴趣的话，一定会看的。在中间呢有那个中文和英文的介绍。那么呢，我们接着呢就是说呢，谢谢大家今天能到这儿来，然后下面就是请我女儿给介绍一下这些style的画。谢谢。
So the books over there has her book and also her husband's book. Because to be honest, her whole family, I know them for a long time. So the whole family are his family. So all of them they do painting, and everybody can have a look. Because back of the book we have the Chinese translation, English translation. So you can find out more information over there. Right now, just let me introduce her Dr. Chang Yi to come over to introduce some other painters' painting.
Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you, Yang.
By the way, this is her original painting from that book, and it's by painted by kind of like mixed material. It's some like oil, some like part is oil, some part is acrylic. Just kind of like mixed whatever she thinks and how show, whatever she wants. Okay. My name is Yi Chan. Really appreciate being here. When we drive down, I see this little town. This is the first time to be here. So happy, I feel like peaceful already. And when I see these two gentlemen dressed up like this, I feel like has history this place. Okay. So my job here today is just introduce some Chinese culture through the Chinese painting to let people know living Chinese stuff. I see a lot of Chinese people here already, and also I talked to this gentleman, he knows Chinese stuff a lot too. That's feel proud, is I want more Chinese people know Chinese culture. So we bring a few paintings here. It's not just kind of like more like some is traditional and some is like a lot of Chinese people artists they paint oil painting too. I know the traditional Chinese painting has like more than 5,000 history. People when they think about Chinese painting, okay, it's painting on the rice paper. And they think about Chinese people probably doesn't do oil painting that much, but we do too. if someone can help me bring that painting over here, I can talk about it more. Chinese painting and so a lot of time people won't see it because when I went to art college here, I learned Western stuff. Personally, I do oil painting, but I talked to my classmate, my friend, and they thinking about Chinese painting too simple, and they just kind of like, why it's really simple, this little stuff. But they have meaning behind. This one is really realistic. So this one is painted on silk. It's 100% silk. It's so hard because if you made a mistake, the artist is really hard to fix it. It's not like oil painting, you can, mix every color, put on top, it's no problem at all. But this one is so hard. She had to do kind of like really nice drawing on the paper first and then translate on it. And because she can't do sketching on top, she has to make sure each brush works. So the reason it's painted on silk is more realistic and also show the texture. You can feel like the face, the feeling, and like really smooth. And also you can see some parts she mixed the paint with water, really transparency. You can feel like this like kind of like a silk feeling. So that's why I think the purpose on silk is you also can keep this long time. Like a oil painting, sometimes maybe after 100 years, few hundred years, the paint you can see the cracking. But Chinese painting on silk or on Chinese paper, they never change. They won't change it even like 1,000 years because the reason is they're really thin, and also the material they use, either paper or is silk, they keep the color really nice too. So this is really good example and how this is a Chinese realistic painting. This is the one. Okay, thank you guys. So this one is not a really traditional Chinese way. So this is called Chinese characters. So in China we have poem. The poem is usually we do like 4 sentences. Each sentence has 7 characters. This one they only have 2 sentences here, so we can cut is 14 characters here. But in China has long history. The people, how can I say, is they during history, in the time they make language really simple, but they can mean a lot of things. Like if 28 characters, they probably can talking about huge story already, include the characters, locations, what's the story behind. So that's why if people try to understand Chinese painting, it's not only you read this, that's it. It's usually if you know the meaning behind it, it's more interesting. So this is a really traditional way to paint. They write down on the paper, rice paper, but this is the silk. They glue on the silk. The reason is make flat, and also this is a nice one. But the little big problem to keep Chinese painting flat, you have to make sure your temperature is not too dry, not too moisture. Otherwise, they will change the shape, suck water from the air. Also, they always have stamp there. The stamp has few meanings. Sometimes, most of the time, the artist put stamp there, but sometimes you can see a lot of stamp are wrong. Few reasons. One reason of them is keep the composition nice because it's black. If you have red, make the color is nice. And also some collectors they like to put a stamp there too. Means I'm collecting this painting. Like if you read some old Chinese painting book or something, there's a lot of like Qing Emperor. They collect a lot of paintings. They put stamp everywhere. They write down the name and from each dynasty and the past by. So that means the stuff worth. Yeah.
Question?
Yes.
What script is that? Is that the water script?
You mean this
Characters?
It's one thing more than because we have maybe 100 different type the way to write one character. For example, this character, this is the one type. The way you write it can easy to read, like me I can read. But they have maybe 20, 30, 100 different type way to write this paragraph. A lot of them I can read because it's it's too hard to me. It's really, when they do it, kind of like drawing too is so hard to read. Yeah, this is only one topic. It's not like more than all. Like, yeah, if you have a chance to see Chinese dictionary, it's not regular dictionary. Like for the way you write it, you can see one character has many different ways of writing it. It's really, really interesting. That's why when I learned Japanese language, I have a lot of Western friends with me. When they learn, because Japanese has character, a part of character in their language. When they write this, they feel like they're enjoying, they feel like so excited because to them it's totally different. And so this one is oil painting, but painting like a Chinese location. This place is called Eastern Venice because the whole city building on top of the river is like a Venice from Italy. But the pretty of this place is not colorful. It's not like in Italy you can see the red roof and the really colorful building. This place is always brick, and the building's color is only white wall, black roof, and a little bit red window and the door. So now this area, the government keep it like nobody should touch it, like a Roman. Each bricks worth money because it's history. It's really, really nice, peaceful place. It's called Suzhou. So if you guys have a chance to go to China, it's really close to Shanghai. You can sit on the little boat, go all over the area. It's a lot of bridge, different shape, and this is the place. So the reason artists paint this like really light color, it's oil but look like watercolor, like a feeling because she really show, this area is kind of like a watery feeling. It's not really high reaching like that one. Okay. That's another one. But this is really, really more like a Western oil painting. This painting is really colorful. You have to look like it from a little bit far away because it's better. My father did this. I'm really proud about it. He's a super good artist. He has another book on the table there. He tried a lot of different styles all the time. So on the book is totally different style. This is a little bit more close to realistic, but another one is really abstract. It's really, really pretty. Just hopefully people enjoy it. Another one I want to show a fat lady. That one. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah, this one. This is not a really traditional Chinese painting. So basically Chinese painting, they don't use that much color. Another one is show you the silk one, they use a little bit more color, but it's really light. It's not really heavy rich. So this is really, really traditional Chinese painting. They do basically just black and a little bit color. But we will see why the composition like this. In China, a few reasons here. That's why it is kind of like really funny. Because in China, when you sell your painting, you sell by size. So some people, they make really long and they have small things, but this one you can sell much more expensive than the half size, right? But another reason I think this artist's idea is for composition, because he wants to do long way and he has to look up. If he look down, our eye won't follow him. But if he look up, so the painting longer still makes sense. And also if his writing is really long like this, usually people write like 2 sentences or 3 sentences, but he did one. So I think the composition here works really, really good. And also it makes this workbook is help too. Thank you. That one is I painted myself, and I like oil. And my parents, my whole family is artists, so I learned art when I was young. I went to school here too. The reason I like oil painting, I feel like more close to real. Chinese painting, you can see is a person there. You can know it, but to me, this is more close to real. You can like a lot of realistic Western oil painting. You feel like you can touch it and stuff like that. That's the reason I like it. So I painted the subject called baking opera. The reason I like it is Peking opera is just opera on the stage, it's drama on the stage. The reason I like it because it shows Chinese culture so much. It has like thousand years history. Also, I like the colorful costume, super pretty. So this is a woman. She is a fighter. That's why she has 4 big flags on the back. When you see that, when you see the costume front like this, you know this she's a fighter. But Chinese opera has thousands of different characters. Another reason you can see from their face, like some man, their face is pure white. Those is an evil person, or either pure green or pure blue. Just they use the colors really strong and show the character for only from the face you can read, okay, what kind of character it is. Thank you. So, yeah, we bring few here. And the reason I bring this one is not mine, but I want to show this is part of Chinese culture too, because Peking opera is really big part of Chinese culture. And a lot of people think about Chinese is a Peking duck and the Peking opera and the Great Wall. Yes?
I'm not sure if I'm hearing well.
Yeah.
You say Beijing or Peking?
It's called Peking opera, but you can say Beijing opera. Peking is more translated kind of like like you call Japan, some people call Japan, it's the same idea, yeah. So that's the painting we bring today, and we all are gathering Ottawa. If you guys interested, 40 minutes drive, really pretty to visit. And also we have booth. I think later we will show some more stuff there. We bring a few more painting, and also we bring some Chinese craft stuff like paper cut and like some traditional craft stuff. If you want to liking them and like bring a piece of Chinese culture back home. I think I did whatever I need to do the job, and any questions or everything is fine.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did you get from that to that?
From this to this?
Yes.
What I mean, how?
And what thinking brought you from the traditional?
For me?
Or for anyone?
Because in China we have a lot of school for art school, and we have like Western school too. We have when you go there, you learn Western oil painting, learn Chinese painting. So it depends on which way you want to go. For example, me, I like Chinese painting, but I don't want to paint it. I want to paint oil. So that's why when I was young, I started from that way, from how to draw first, and then I do color. But this, like Chinese traditional artists, they still need to learn how to draw landscape and still life drawing. That's the basic skill they have to learn. Yeah, just depends on which way you want to go. I know it's a big change. My father, he do traditional painting too,
yes.
But at the same time he likes Western too, so that's why he do this painting too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and thank you so much for being here with me. And if you want to know more and talk more, you can visit us in the booth later. Okay? Thanks.
been waiting in the land to which we go, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea.
All the excellent work of helping us to organize this Real Roots Festival. It's a celebration of all of our cultures. It's of whether you be Scottish like me, you be Irish like Mickey here, you be of the Chinese. There's Peter right there coming up. Great guy, Peter, and real mover and shaker of the community. Are you going to come up here with me, Peter? All right, Peter's here. So I'm going to turn things over to you, Peter, so you can introduce this wonderful group. And thank you once again for everything that you do.
A big welcome. A welcome to Share Culture. This is a group that comes from the Ottawa Chinese Cultural Center. It's a drum dance. It's a dance that celebrates a very joyous occasions. It could be in a wedding. It could be the 80th birthday of Grandpa, or the 60th anniversary of somebody. So, without further ado, I introduce you the drum dancers of Ottawa Cultural Society. That means very good. Now we will have our next performer who will be sharing a song from his country. And I'm going to ask him to do a brief intro, then I will share that in English.
下面给大家演唱一首中文歌曲《小白杨》。
And it's a Chinese folk song called Little White Lamb.
我的家在东北松花江上啊，那里有满山遍野大豆高粱。在那青山绿水旁，看见2棵大白杨，其中整的篱笆院儿，一间小草房啊，哎嘿呦。我爸爸有事儿没事儿，总想喝点酒，就算是没有菜，那也得喝2两。大碗茶，大碗酒，左邻右舍在两旁，五魁首666，笑声满堂啊，哎嗨呦。我妈妈从小嗓门就亮啊，每天她唱着山歌儿去学堂。职场的老大爷放下了他的大烟袋，职场的小伙子更加思念他的姑娘。职场的老大娘放下针线听一段儿，职场的大姑娘眼泪汪汪啊，忘记了西山啊，哎哎嘿呦。小嗓门就亮啊，每天他唱着山歌儿去学堂。职场的老大爷放下了他的大烟袋，职场的小伙子更加思念他的姑娘。职场的老大娘放下针线听一段儿，职场的大姑娘眼泪汪汪啊，忘记了西山啊，哎哎嘿呦。我的家在东北，我的家在东北，我的家在东北松花江上啊，那里有满山遍野大豆高粱。在那青山绿水旁，看见2棵大白杨，其中整的篱笆院儿，一间小草房啊，哎嘿呦。我的家在东北。Thank you.
Chinese beautiful flowers. The jasmine dance, ladies and gentlemen.
请欣赏舞蹈《茉莉花》。
we have one instrument that you are familiar with, the accordion. But then we have the Chinese version of violin. It's a two-string instrument. Just like we have violin and viola. You probably noticed that, we have the two-string instrument, two pieces of them. And one is called Erwu, the other one is called Mubang. Okay. And it doesn't mean a thing. It means two strings, okay? So I'll let you find out which one is the violin and which one is the viola. When you have the accordion in between, performing traditional Chinese music that celebrates the lunar month of August.
好，请大家欣赏器乐合奏。一共有2首歌曲，一首是8月桂花遍地开，另外一首是花儿与少年。好，谢谢大家。
In August, there is the special flower that will create the fragrance. IKEA surrender.